We're talking with Lou Savarese here. Now let's go back a couple of years here. I haven't talked to you since El Paso, since before El Paso. Tell us about that fight. It seems like you started off doing pretty well, and then he kind of pulled away down the stretch.
Yeah, I slipped on a left hook the ninth round, but no, it was a good fight. He's durable. I mean, that's why he's got where he was. I mean, I had him hurt. I think it was the third or fourth round, but he came back, and I got a little bit overconfident, I think, and he's a champion, man. The guy's got a lot of heart. I heard him, and then he hurt me in the ninth round. It was a great shot, you know. I didn't see it coming. The only time I saw it was afterwards when I was watching the fight, but otherwise, a good shot. I got back up, so I was proud of myself for finishing and everything. So
10-round decision. So that unfortunately that one didn't go your way, but you still came away with a pretty good career in the end. And your days in the ring are over. And apparently, you're despite these recessionary times, you managed to do pretty well in real estate still.
Yeah, things are right. I mean, it's tough right now, like everywhere else. It seems that Houston is one of the few places that is by no means immune to the recession, but real estate-wise, we're nowhere, relatively speaking, nowhere near as bad as the rest of the country. You know, I have friends in New York that has just come to a screeching halt, and Houston seems to be hanging in there. You know, it's survival right now.
And now you've decided to enter the world of boxing promotion. What led you to make this decision?
You know, I've always been around it in the sense I help out a guy who's a great promoter in New York, Bob Duffy. I've worked with a couple other guys, but I just think that right now you're seeing it's getting really prevalent where guys seem to be much more comfortable, I guess, signing with guys that were in there already. You got De La Hoya, you have Hopkins. It seems to be working really well. So, and I think I was a little bit different than most fighters, but I really kind of followed the business of it, which hopefully will help out. One of the things I noticed I'm having a little trouble with is looking at it from a promoter's perspective. I still find myself looking at it from a fighter's perspective.
And you've chosen the Hilton downtown as a location. It hasn't been done at least in the last 4 or 5 years that I've been around here. What led you to choose this venue? It's a real nice place, obviously.
Well, to me, I mean, it's the premier ballroom. I think maybe in Texas. I mean, the place is just, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's incredible. It's huge. It's 40,000 square feet. It's grandiose. And in real estate and in boxing, I just think you can't take back your first impression. You know, great. Frank Sinatra said, you know, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. I think if we can do it there, and I think it'll be great. I'm working with a really good public relations company, PR Square, and they've really been helping me a ton. So.
And what can you tell us about the card? Who's fighting who?
There's a lot of local guys, but you know, there's a couple of really kind of intriguing fights. The big one is obviously Eugene Hill has, you know, he lost his first fight, and really rare in boxing. He's coming right back and fighting the guy that he lost to, who's a durable guy, you know. And Eugene is an exciting guy. I mean, when you look at him, he's a banger. He just today sparring, he broke a guy's ribs. I mean, he's a big banger, but hopefully it's a learning process for him. You can't knock everybody out. I mean, there's some guys you just can't knock out, and that's what happened with Zach Page. I mean, he's a real durable guy. But hopefully Eugene, you know, took it as a positive and came back, and he's in great shape. He's been working really hard, so hopefully he can beat Zach Page.
And what are some of the other guys on the card?
Well, one of the fights to me is going to be the most exciting. It's probably not going to be too pretty, but you got Chase Shields, who everybody knows here in town. He's kind of a tough guy, kind of a wild guy, and he's fighting Cliff English, who is 10-3, I think. But Cliff, I've known him for years. Cliff is a tough guy. He comes to fight, and so does Chase. You know, it might not be the prettiest fight, but it's going to be a pretty competitive fight. And
you mentioned Leonardo Tyner also on the card.
Yeah, Tyner, top 10, was a junior welter, and he's fighting a guy. It looks like we're going to get this guy, Davis, who's 20-11. It's a good fight, especially on a card of this magnitude. You know, so we'll see. It's a really good fight. You got, you know, you can make I think one of the premier girl fighters, Tiffany Janu. I saw her fight on the you know, I heard that she's good, great fighter, and you always hear stuff, and especially with the women. And then I saw her fight in Louisiana at the Cachada, and I mean, everybody was just like kind of like dumbfounded. I mean, she's an attractive girl, but man, she can flat out fight.
Yeah, she's very tough. Well, sounds like it's going to be a great card on August 6th, and we look forward to seeing you then, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.